Hey guys, so we are doing another project this weekend. Hopefully 2 projects, but I don't know if we'll have time to do both of them. So the first one that we're gonna do is the hallway closet. It's a nightmare. You know how hallway closets are. They never have shelves and enough storage and whatever. Trying to get shoe racks in is kind of a pain in the butt. And so we do have a shoe rack in there, but it's just not sufficient for the amount of shoes that we have to keep in that closet. So I think that we are going to try to build some shelves that are wider than shoe racks and more sturdy. And yeah, we're gonna try and make it so that the bottom rack comes almost all the way to the edge. It'll be pretty low to the ground, so you wouldn't be able to get anything that might slip underneath there. So we're gonna put like a piano hinge and have it come up like a trapdoor. We won't need to get in there often, but like, you know, I'll stick our water shoes and flip-flops and stuff like that under there, so that will be really helpful. And because it will come out wider than the other shelves, it's also where you can store like the rubber boots and things that are higher. So yeah, we are just getting started on that now, and I thought I would take you along, so I hope you guys enjoy. This is before, guys. It's really not working for us. That's not gonna change much. But shoe racks, they're just really not practical when you have a family, because that's what happens to them. And they're not big enough, and they're not sturdy enough. They're just not any of the things. So let's see if what we come up with is better. Alright, so first things first, obviously I need to clean out this closet. I'm just pulling out all the shoes and the shoe rack. And gonna, I actually switched out all the hangers that the jackets were on. I got those flat velvet hangers. And I don't know why, but everything just seems to be, I don't know, more compact on those hangers. Don't mind the sound effects in the background. My husband is fixing a fan and it's squeaking. So, next, I'm just going through my paint and my primer and figuring out what I'm going to use. We wanted to keep this project low cost, so basically we did this project for the cost of the MDF, the hinge, and the screws, because the paint and the primer we already had. So I'm just priming the MDF because when we did another project in our kitchen quite a few months ago now, we realized just how much paint MDF soaks up if you don't prime it first. So definitely, if you're going to do a project with MDF, prime. Prime, 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 prime. I ended up switching to a roller instead of a brush because halfway through I went, why am I doing this with a brush? It goes so much quicker with a roller. Although it goes way quicker in this video than it did in real life because I spent most of my day painting. But I just wanted to make sure that both sides of each board got a coat of primer and paint. And I gave the tops of the boards 2 coats of paint just so that it was all nice and even. But the underside I didn't bother giving a second coat of paint because you won't see it. It's just, I wanted it to have paint on it. Now we're just measuring to see where we actually want to have the shelves as far as height goes, finding the studs, all the things. We were going to put supports in the back, but then we realized these are not going to have a lot of heavy things on them. They're just going to have shoes. So, you know, just like those Billy bookcases, we really only needed supports on the sides. And we wanted the top ones to be able to come in and out just in case, you know, we want to take them out for any reason. So the bottom one we actually secured to the wall because it has the hinge, so obviously you want that one to be stable. But we pre-drilled the holes just so we didn't split the wood, because on this piece we actually did split the wood, so we started pre-drilling after that and made sure everything was level. And it was right around this point, no, it was a little bit after this point, we realized that this closet is not square. I mean, the thought had crossed our minds, but everything was going so well. And then after this hinge is in and we put in the larger one, we realized it wasn't square. So Garen took it in and back into the garage and trimmed off a piece of the back edge of the large board to make it all flush. So yeah, yay for working with houses that have not square walls. I mean, I'm pretty sure every house is like that because I see this all the time on DIY projects, but yeah, I mean, you know, we got it done. We still have the shelf, it's fine. Now we're just putting the handle on, trying to figure out exactly where center was. We got it bang on the first time, which is great because I don't like having to drill holes and fill holes. That would have been frustrating. But yep, just holding it up so that he can screw on the handle, and there we go. We have a shelf that swings open. Now just putting the other supports on the walls. We just used, what size were these? 1-inch screws, I think? Yeah, I think they were 1 inch. They could have been 1 1/4, but I think they were 1. And there we have it. The shelf is done. I'm starting to put the shoes away. I've got the flip-flops and the sandals and the water shoes in the back. I put Garen's shoes on the bottom because his are the biggest, and it just seemed like the most practical place to put them because they take up so much length or depth or whatever. And then I'm just kind of fiddling around with what's the best place for everybody's shoes. And eventually I was able to get more shoes into this cupboard than were in here originally. So I was really pleased with that. It came out really great. Such a space saver and so tidy. And yeah, that was our project for this weekend. So I hope you like it, and we will see you next time.